Okay, stop. Before you contact your spouse, I want you to watch this video because I'm going to be breaking down the 3 reasons why you should not contact them unless God tells you to. There are so many hidden things, so many reasons why you should not contact your spouse that you may not be aware of that may be going on behind the scenes, right? And so I'm going to be basically busting the door wide open to why you should wait on the Lord and how this is going to show up in your God ordained experience. So you don't want to miss this. And I'll also be getting into how you can practically go about reaching out to them in a way that is going to honor the Lord and safeguard you against getting hurt. Before we get into the video, I just want to announce I have officially launched my Untriggered Before I Do Reset Challenge. So for those of you who are tired of being triggered out here, whether it be from your spouse's behavior, from childhood wounds and trauma that is just dragging around with you wherever you go, you really want that healing, you want that breakthrough, but you just can't seem to get it. You want to check out this challenge. It's 14 days of dedicated time healing what is within you that maybe you didn't know was there. So if you're struggling with that, you definitely want to check it out, and I'm going to drop it in the link below. Now let's get it. Okay, so we're going to get into a mini Bible study today. This is taken from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verses 22 through 27. So I'll be reading to you guys through the King James Version. Any version you have is fine, or you can just listen. And so we're going to see how God himself is going to instruct in Ezekiel. And this is very important that you pay attention to this, because this is going to also give you instruction on how to deal with your God ordained or your prodigal in this situation. Okay, it's titled, The Lord Instructs Ezekiel, verse 22. And the hand of the Lord was there upon me, and he said unto me, Arise, go forth into the plain, and I will talk with thee. Then I arose and went forth into the plain, and behold, the glory of the Lord stood there as the glory which I saw by the river of Chebar, and I fell on my face. So Ezekiel is seeing the Lord, right? He's having a personal communion with him. And so for those of you who are standing for your marriage, right now is the best time to get close with God. And if you're in divine separation with your spouse, meaning you have no contact with them or it's very limited, more than likely God is pulling you closer to himself, right? It says, Then the Spirit entered into me, the Spirit of God, and set me upon my feet, and spake with me, and said unto me, Go, shut thyself within thine house. So we see that now God is starting to give Ezekiel instruction. So the same thing is going to happen for some of you. God is going to begin to tell you different things that he wants you to do. And I just want to say this. It's very important that you listen to the Lord with whatever he's telling you, no matter how crazy it sounds, because whatever he tells you to do is for a reason. And number 2, it's tied directly to your marriage promise. It's tied to your promotion. It's tied to your spouse. It's tied to a lot of things that maybe you're not aware of at the time. So it's best to just do what God tells you, right? Okay, let's continue. It says, But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. So Ezekiel is getting opposition, right? He's getting opposition from the very people he was sent to warn. So the same thing is going to happen to you. God is going to tell you, he's going to warn you that, listen, if you go talk to your spouse, if you go reach out to them, before I tell you, you're going to start receiving opposition from them, right? That you don't want to go through. And so it's very important, like I said, to listen to God and wait, because he's going to start prompting you. He's going to start letting you know what's about to happen before it does. Okay, now watch this. This is really important. This is verse 26. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. Last verse, 27. But when I speak with thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, He that heareth, let him hear, and he that forbeareth, let him forbear, for they are a rebellious house. So God is saying here, listen, You're only going to speak when I tell you to. You're not going to speak of your own accord. You don't know who you're dealing with here. Okay, when you're dealing with a rebellious person, when you're dealing with a prodigal, when you're dealing with someone who's wayward, you really don't know what all that I know, okay? And so their behavior, if you're not ready for it, is gonna hurt you. So it's best that you listen to me. This is what God is pretty much saying to Ezekiel, and you only say what I tell you to. So for you, who misses your spouse, who loves your spouse, who wants to see what's going on with them, it's best that you take that to the Lord and you let him know that. God, I miss my spouse. God, I love them. What's going on? And God will, in his own way, show you what to do, what to say, when to do it, and he will divinely orchestrate events to happen so you can contact them. Okay, Bible study is over now. We could talk, right? We could talk. So I'm just going to give you a basic rundown, personally from my own experience and just from the God Ordained marriage experience, on why God would also tell you not to contact your spouse, right? Reason number one, God knows things that you don't. Okay, so while you're sitting there in your mind thinking of your spouse in a positive way, or maybe you just got hurt by them and they're doing a lot of things that you don't like or that are hurting your feelings, there's a reason behind that. So it could be that they're in a relationship with a counterfeit. And so you're wondering, why is this person ghosting me? Why are they ignoring me? Why are they blocking me? Why are they doing all these things? And I keep trying to, be nice to them, or I keep trying to reach out. It's because someone is in the picture they're entertaining that you're not aware of, right? And it might not be a counterfeit. It might be drugs, right? They're hiding a habit, or maybe they're up under judgment and they're keeping it a secret. Whatever the reason is, God ultimately knows why he's not telling you to reach out yet, but he will tell you how to go about it if you ask him. So when God tells you to actually reach out to your spouse, or he puts it on your heart, it'll be very evident that it was from the Lord. And I'm going to actually get into that in a separate video. But more times than not, if they're in a prodigal state and God is the one who caused your divine separation, you didn't cause it, okay? You may have thought because you blocked them. Maybe you were the one who blocked them first, right? Whatever the case is, God is the one who separated them because he knew that their heart was not right, whether their heart was not right toward you, toward him, and that they were already given over to a reprobate mind, whether it be fleshly desires through a counterfeit, money, fame, sex, whatever the case is. God is ultimately going to try to shield you from some of those things, right? Rejection is not always bad, okay? Sometimes rejection is a form of protection. So once you understand that, okay, right now, if God is not putting upon my heart to reach out to them, it's for a reason. Okay, number two, and I touched upon this lightly earlier, but if your prodigal or God ordained is up under any type of judgment, God wants to keep you, the believing spouse, protected from that. So if you're reaching out to them, if you're trying to put yourself in their space, trying to, basically align yourself with them before it's time, and they're up under judgment, the judgment, some of that is going to fall on you, okay? And so God doesn't want that to happen. He also knows their disposition while they're going through that judgment is not going to be right. Some of them are going to be going through pain. They're going to be going through a lot of loss. And so their attitude toward you is not going to be right. And God doesn't want you going through that. He doesn't want to see you in tears. He doesn't want to see you hurt. I mean, think of any parent, any father. He doesn't want to see his children hurt. So it's best for you to prioritize your relationship with God. Tell God, right? When you're hurting, when you're sad, when you miss them. And God will orchestrate things in, like I said, in his own way, where he will get it to the place where you didn't even have to reach out to them. And if he does have you reach out to them, it's going to be very clear, and he will instruct you what to do. It won't be just go see what Leon is doing. It's not going to be that, right? God's not going to tell you to reach out, unless he had already been orchestrating other things before, where he had you doing that and it was successful only when he did it, not yourself. Then that's totally different, right? But you want to wait on God. You want to focus your relationship with the Lord, building yourself up as well, and focusing on your healing until then. Okay, last reason, number 3, you don't want to help Satan to paint a picture to your spouse that you are actually the counterfeit, or you're the evil person. What do I mean by that? If you're constantly reaching out to your spouse, and maybe you have unhealed wounds of being a codependent, or trauma wounds where you need validation, or you just have an anxious attachment style, Satan is going to use your insecurities and your weaknesses against you. And so he's going to use those emotions and prompt you sometimes to, oh yeah, you miss them, go see what they're doing, right? And the more you're doing this, it's going to annoy the person. So if they're entertaining a counterfeit, they're going to now start thinking that you're the counterfeit, while the other person, they're going to think it's sent from God. So you don't want to help the enemy. Okay, don't help the enemy paint a picture of you to that person that is negative, right? Now, regardless of the situation, they're going to look at you in a negative light because they're a prodigal, but you don't want to help the situation, right? Let them figure that out on their own. You don't want to help the enemy against your marriage promise. So just stay out of the way and don't do anything unless God tells you. Okay, so we're finally at the end of our video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope it brought clarity and understanding to your situation. Listen, I totally understand. I'm a stander like you. I'm standing for marriage too. And it's really hard out here, but the more obedient you are to the Lord, I'm telling you, it's gonna work in your favor. It's going to save you from heartache. It's going to save you from the block. It's going to save you from the delete. It's going to save you from the unfollow. It's going to save you from being hurt. It's going to save your feelings from being completely destroyed, and you adding more trauma wounds to the ones you're already trying to heal. So watch out for my next video. I'm going to be going over why God and how God will tell you to reach out to your spouse when it's time. All right, you guys, I'm out of here. I love you all. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.